Everyone. So, Kevin Durant. A lot of conversation about Kevin Durant most likely being moved and traded in the offseason. Kevin Durant is more than likely not going to want out. A lot of it stems from the Phoenix Suns. One, just being a total dumpster fire, which, who could have saw that coming, right? Like, I thought it was very obvious that they were going to be a dumpster fire. I just think the last thing that they needed to do was to go trade for a Bradley Beal when they already had a Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. But I digress, right? They're not a good basketball team. Not going to be a good basketball team. The only way I really think that they're going to solve that and maybe get to where they can be a contending team is to trade Devin Booker over Kevin Durant. I just don't think they're going to get the return needed for Kevin Durant. But I digress. Point is, they're going to end up trading Kevin Durant this offseason. It is expected. Kevin Durant is expected to want out. A lot of questions about, though, Kevin Durant signing that extension, right? People want based on the reports, a lot of teams want him to sign that extension to show that he's serious, because you don't want to go and sell the farm for Kevin Durant. He's been on like 4 teams in 5 years or whatever at that point. And now everyone's just like, you don't want to run the risk of him leaving. Right. So the idea would be like, hey, he signs that extension, gets that extension, and then gets moved and traded, or at least agrees to sign that extension so you could trade for him and then immediately give him the extension. However, teams feel comfortable going about it. Now, look, Kevin Durant, he's older. 36. He turned 36 in September. He'll be 37 next September. Right. He's not the spring chicken anymore. However, he is still an insane talent. If he can stay healthy, that's the biggest question, is just his health, right? Like, I mean, he's going to age well. He could probably play till he's 40, 45, like LeBron, because he's not reliant on his athleticism right? He's reliant on just getting to his spots, his size and his length and his ability to just elevate and shoot over the top, right? Even just him eventually moving into the Ray Allen role, right? Where he could probably play till he's 50 in a Ray Allen role, where he's just like off in the corner, just catch and shoot 3 all game, right? Like, he could do that. He's still incredibly efficient, still incredible talent. To go over kind of this year, he's played 50 games thus far. Last year, he did play in 75 games, so that's worth mentioning. But 50 games thus far, 37 minutes per game. I do think on the right team in the right situation, you could probably cut his minutes down from 37 to probably 30 to 32. I mean, that was kind of the idea with Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, was that like all 3 of these guys could play around 30 minutes because you're going to blow teams out. Didn't work out that way, right? So Kevin Durant has to play the most minutes out of anybody, and he's playing some of the most minutes he's played of his career. But 37 minutes per game, 18.5 attempts per game. He's shooting 52.9%, so basically 53% from the floor on 6.1 attempts. From three-point range, he's shooting 40%, 39.9% if you want to be exact, on 7.3 attempts, so high volume. He's shooting just under 60% from two-point range on 12.3 attempts. EFG of 59.9%. He's shooting 83% from the foul line on 6 attempts. He's still getting 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, 1.5 blocks, and 27 points per game. The guy is still insanely talented. The guy is still every bit an all-star, and just, he's a baller. The dude can play. The dude can hoop. He is absolutely incredible. And again, in the right team, in the right situation, I do think could change a lot for teams, right? Well, Tyler, why are you talking about Kevin Durant right now? Right? Because the Lakers are heavily linked to go and acquire Kevin Durant this NBA offseason. Now, I understand it's not the offseason, but it is something worth monitoring, especially as this season progresses, because Kevin Durant is on his way out. Right? There's a lot of questions, like Kyrie. There was talks about him. Oh, Kyrie might end up doing, yeah, maybe, but like now he has the injury, right? So that changes things. Are the Lakers really going to take a risk on him coming off an ACL injury and could end up missing most, if not all, of next year, right? Like, there's a lot of factors that can present itself between now and then, right? Now you could argue, well, Lakers, the last thing they need is another scorer, right? Yes and no. So, a couple things. One, Kevin Durant is one of the most efficient scorers, period, in like the history of the game. He's also a guy that doesn't need the ball in his hands to be great, right? He's a guy that can go and get you 25 on 17 attempts, 18 attempts. Right? Like he's a guy that can be just a catch and shoot guy. That can play on ball, play off ball, do a little bit of everything. To me, I think it boils down to what do the Lakers want to do with Austin Reeves? Austin Reeves has been great. I mean, he's been very good. And look, I'm one of the first people to be critical of Austin Reeves when it's warranted. But these last 20 games or so, he's been very good. I know last game he wasn't, but came back from injury. I'll give him a pass, right? They're going to have to pay Austin Reeves after next year. So not this year, but after next year. Austin Reeves at $13 million is an excellent value. Austin Reeves at $30 to $40 million no longer is excellent value. So the question then becomes is do the Lakers want to pay him to do that? Right? Maybe. Right? Maybe the Lakers look at it, but is Austin Reeves and Luka the two guys for the long term? Now you could argue, well, Kevin Durant, how much longer do you have Durant for? But even say 3 years of Durant, well, now all the money's off the books and you're clear, right? And Luka plus Durant, look, say what you want about Kevin Durant and Austin Reeves. Kevin Durant's still better. Kevin Durant is ridiculous. He's still an insane talent. I mean, the guy is still a 27-5-5 guy on insane efficiency, right? And he has to do everything for the Phoenix Suns. Everything. He wouldn't have to do any of that stuff on the Lakers, right? Problem is Kevin Durant's making so much money. So you basically you're basically tearing down your roster, and all that's left is Kevin Durant, Luka, and LeBron. But you're in the offseason. LeBron could take a discount, free up your full mid-level exception, right? I mean, Kevin Durant, Luka, and LeBron. So how do you beat that? Honestly, genuinely, how do you beat that? Because all three of those guys can go get you 25 to 30 on a nightly basis. All three of those guys can control and dictate a game, right? All three of those guys are big playoff performers and guys that can go win you a playoff game or series by themselves, right? You'd have to fill out the rest of the roster. To me, I would look at it as kind of the middle ground, right? If the Lakers win the championship this year, or if they're really close, even if they lose in the conference finals, saying a tough 6 or 7, I think you stay the course. I think you just go get that center, go get those pieces and run it back. If you lose in the second round or something like that, I don't hate the idea of let's go get Kevin Durant and then go get a center. Because getting Kevin Durant doesn't stop you from going and getting a center. You could go get Kevin Durant and still go trade for Mark Williams, depending on what the price is, right? You still have options at the center position. And now you're going to have a bunch of centers that are available in free agency that are all going to want to be Lakers now because you have Luka. You know how many centers are going to want to be I could go to the Lakers and contend for championships, and I'd have Luka and LeBron to set me up all game, every night. Wow. Why wouldn't I do that? Right? So the center, I don't think the Lakers will have a hard time with, but the question is is Kevin Durant the answer? Might be. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes yet, because again, I think it comes down to what is Austin Reeves' market shaping up to be. Problem is, I think that there are teams that'll probably pay him $30+ million. One, to just get him off the Lakers, and two, there's a lot of teams that are going to be looking at it and going Austin Reeves is essentially a 25-5 guy as the third option. What is he as the first or second option? Right? What is he if he's getting 20 attempts a night and getting that consistency and gets to be on ball more and all that? Right? I think you're going to get a team that's willing to do that. We've seen players get some insane contracts. Now, the new CBA, I do think, hinders some of that, but Austin Reeves is going to get paid. He's going to get paid at least double, if not triple, what he's making right now. So he's going to at least get probably 26 to $30 million minimum. Will a team kind of go higher than that? That's the question. But even at $30 million, is he worth the $30 million? Right? Especially with the new CBA, and you need to fill out a roster and all that stuff, right? Now, maybe, right? Obviously, Kevin Durant makes more than Reeves, but to me, it'd be kind of more of a stopgap, right? Like you're making one last push, going all in. Chips are pushed in. Luka, Kyrie, Luka, LeBron, KD. Chips are all pushing. Those three guys, that's it. Those are the three guys, right? And now you're going and just getting a center, and you're looking at it as like, okay, LeBron, Luka, and KD can all miss 20 games during the regular season. All three guys should only have to play around 30 minutes a night. Build that chemistry, figure it out. Luka's the guy on ball. LeBron and KD are playing off ball. You're gonna have KD and LeBron minutes, KD and Luka minutes. You could even have minutes where KD is kind of your guy out there, right? Just have that initiator. Get a bunch of dirty work guys around them. Guys like Jordan Goodwin, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, whatever, right? Like guys like that are just the scrappy, defensive, do everything pieces. Good luck beating them, right? Especially if you get a legit center. Just kind of a thought, but we'll see. Look, it's the Lakers. It's a superstar. It's Kevin Durant in particular. The Lakers are going to be linked to that. That's going to be a real possibility. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? You feel, what are your thoughts? Love the idea of Kevin Durant being a Laker? Do you hate the idea of Kevin Durant being a Laker? Kind of mixed in the middle. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are. I love to hear it either way, so let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. I enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.